Hey buddy, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. And this from Benito's Chipotle Infused Maple Syrup. Now the reason this is super exciting for me, I met the guys from Benito's at the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, and they're from Vermont. Now if you're new to the channel you know this, but if you've been around the channel for a while I've talked about it. I spent a lot of my youth growing up in Vermont. It was a great place to grow up, and where I grew up we had this huge hill. Believe it or not, it was the only paved hill in town that was good for skateboarding. So all my buddies, we would shovel the road to skateboard. We were into it, and it was that time of the year when they would tap the trees. And now they have lines. They go from tree to tree to tree, just a line. You don't even see them. But back in the day, it was a big tin bucket. I'm old, and we'd skateboard and get hot and sweaty, and instead of running in to get a drink, we would go to the bucket, take the top off, get rid of all the bugs that were floating in, and drink the sap. And it was like sugar water. It was sweet and delicious. It was like nature's energy drink. I grew up in a place where having fake maple syrup, any of those fake ones, is considered a crime. So this is a big deal to me. When I saw the guys I met them at the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, I was like, I had to buy these three. I have three. I have this one, which is the Chipotle. I have a habanero infused and a ghost pepper infused. And I have word from the owner they're going to make a Reaper version. So I'm very excited. Let me read this to you. I probably should have read this first. I can't. The pure organic Vermont maple syrup in this product was harvested by a family-run maple farms throughout the Green Mountain State. It has been combined with organic chipotle smoked jalapeno peppers. It is a rich, smoky flavor with a subtle, lingering tingle of heat. It's great on ribs, chops, chicken, pulled pork. Listen, I love maple syrup. It's amazing. Anyway, check out recipes on their site. It's pretty neat stuff. So I'm very, very excited to try this. Product of Vermont. Really neat. They're at Benito'sHotSauce.com. Check them out. Alright, one of my favorite things to do with maple syrup, believe it or not, is to put it on vanilla ice cream. It is incredible, but boy, it's just beautiful. He shared with me how they do that. They just literally let the peppers sit in the in the maple syrup, and then take the peppers out, and all you're left is with the infused maple syrup. But it's grade A dark. Now in Vermont, the lighter people used to consider the better. The lighter, the really fancy stuff. I like it. The dark, really thick. It's kind of like that. All right, so this is great. Oh man, please don't do this to me. I don't want to shoot this over again. Thought for sure we had a blooper there, folks. Alright. And I did not try this when I was in New York. I just bought it because Vermont maple syrup. No aroma of pepper at all, just the maple syrup aroma. Alright, here's the pour. Very excited to try this. Alright, so I'm from Benito's Hot Sauce in Vermont. Bourbon barrel aged Chipotle infused maple syrup. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's very faint, the heat. I'm going to let it build for a bit, but it's very, very faint. All right, so Listen, I'm just going to be really honest. I love the flavor of the maple syrup, but the chipotle is so faint. Very, very light. I'm not sure if it moves my needle. I'm going to have to give this to some family members who don't eat heat to see if they'll notice it. Great maple syrup flavor. Maybe I can taste just a little bit of heat. Obviously pancakes and waffles, the stuff is great on. Okay, so here's my, I don't think there's enough pepper flavor or heat in this. But I'm going to be fair and let a non-chili head try it. You know, it doesn't move my needle at all. I think for a non-chili head it might be like, if you're somebody who doesn't chase the heat, it might be like a 2 for you. It's very, very faint. But maybe that's what they were shooting for, you know. I didn't try this in New York. This is the first time I've tried it. The flavor of the maple syrup is great. There's no doubt about that. It's amazing, but certainly not getting any of the heat. That said, I'm not really upset. Yeah, I think if you're accustomed to heat, this is going to be very, very, very low on your scale. It might bump your needle just a little bit. So a little disappointed in the heat. Really, the flavor too. The flavor is so faint. It's mostly just maple syrup. We'll see. Looking forward to trying the next one. I hope it's going to be hotter. It's the habanero. I'll do that. Maybe we'll do one a week for the next 3 weeks. That's perfect because in 3 weeks I go to New Zealand. Also, I've been told that my beard's getting kind of shaggy, and I apologize, folks. I'm going to get it trimmed up, tightened up, so it'll look better. I feel bad. Benito's, the flavor of maple syrup is fantastic. I just wish it would have been a little bit. But here's the good thing about that. If you're somebody who loves maple syrup and you kind of wanted to chase the heat, but you wanted to go slow, what a beautiful thing this would be, because the heat's going to be very, very mild and great maple flavor. All right, so overall, I'm not really disappointed. Would have been better if it was a little warmer, but still, I almost want to let somebody try it, not tell them what it is. They won't be burned. It wouldn't be like a prank. Just to see if they say, wow, there's a little bit of tingle in that. I don't know. Maybe it's my tolerance is too high right now. We'll see. But they're out of Montpelier, Vermont. I would still say this is a good bet. If you're somebody who's never eaten anything hot and you kind of want to do it, but you don't want to eat a whole pod and hot sauces kind of scare you, and this is right up your alley. Because it won't be hot for you at all. It'll get you started. So I'm very, very eager to try their habanero. That's coming next. Excuse me. Looks like it's going to shape up to be a beautiful day today. 3 weeks from today, we're going to be in New Zealand, so it's going to be fun. I'm going to take you guys with me in spirit, sending you some cool videos while I'm there. Don't forget there's a bunch of stuff in the description box. I'm going to make a video and put it in the description box and leave it where most commonly asked questions, where I kind of field the most commonly asked questions. That way, you know, you can kind of just get them all in one spot. So I'm going to do that, and I'll add that into the description box. But down there, you'll see a link. I'm going to put a link for Benito's. Check them out. They have a lot more than just maple. If you've already tried their stuff, and listen, I'm really interested. If somebody's tried their Chipotle, especially my fans and my family and friends in Vermont and Mass and Connecticut, New England, Maine, Rhode Island, all those places, Connecticut. If you've tried some of this maple syrup, let me know your thoughts. I want to know if maybe I'm really off. Still very tasty, no doubt about that. So in the description box, you'll see a link for Benito's. You'll see a link for, go check them all out. You can get a discount on these glasses. They're the coolest glasses in the world. I'm in love with them. I kid you not. They're so cool. You'll see a link for the t-shirts. It's another week, and then that sale closes. And get your Tube of Terror and your Chilli Cherry Nightmare. Right here, you'll see the pepper. That is our family crest. If you click that, you're a part of this thing, and your journey becomes mine, and my journey becomes yours. If you don't want to miss a video, click that bell for notification when you see that pepper, and we'll notify you. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.